Hey magical people, welcome back to the channel. For those new here, my name is Tiffany. So as I was meditating on the energies for the day, I was hearing radiance through rest and also crafting excellence through dedication. So it feels like there's a big cultivation period happening for you, and it feels like you're building a container for healing and expansion. So this is a really great cultivation energy, and we're gonna kind of see what is happening around this for you, because it really does feel like Empress vibes, and it feels almost like there's a big shift that is about to happen, and it feels like you are really taking in this resting period, and we have the withdrawal card here too. So you're taking in this period to allow yourself to recuperate and to give back to you, because there's a lot of preparation here happening for you for this next big chapter of your life. And then we have Dare to Dream at the bottom of the deck. Love this. Perfect. All right. And we're going to get an Audacity card here. I love this deck. For those of you who have been following for the past few months, this is a bit of a newer deck, but anyway, it's amazing anyways. So all right, so we have Death at the bottom of the deck. This has been coming up very frequently in these readings. We have the Mom Boss, and we have the Moon. All right, so there's a lot of inner landscape that is really being shown. There's a big highlight on that for you. So we have here, we have the Mom Boss. So you see here that there is a mom who's trying to do it all. She has her kids, she's on the laptop, and then she has this like rainbow burning at the back. So this is almost like everything's on fire, but it's fine. I'm here, I'm doing the thing, you know? But Spirit's really asking you to see where you can not be on autopilot all the time. You know, this is really much like a where have you been siphoning your energy? And of course, we all have responsibilities throughout the day, but is there, you know, maybe 20 minutes out of the day where you can carve out just for you to specifically focus on your dreams, your goals, or even just self-care, because that will really help you to feel more expansive and not feeling like you are constantly giving from an empty cup. And so we have the Moon here too, and this is paying attention to your emotions and how you feel. This card is ruled by Cancer, and this is also about hidden energies. I feel like a lot of you are keeping things close to your chest, and you're not putting it out into the world because you don't either want to be a burden, or you are just so used to carrying it all that you're used to sweeping your needs and your wants under the rug. And there's a lot of shifting happening around that, because you matter. Your emotions, your needs, your wants, your dreams, all of that matters. So Spirit's really asking you to take time for you and to put an end to this cycle of consistently, you know, giving away your energy to the levels of depletion. So, and then we are going to be using the Nightmare Before Christmas deck that one of my great friends gave me, and I absolutely love this deck because it's Halloween already. I don't care what anybody says. So we're gonna do a little bit of a Celtic cross spread here and see what's happening. So Spirit, guides, angels, ancestors, please help me in providing the best and highest messages for my tarot collective at this time. I'm hearing release resistance. I'm hearing take the time. Perfect. All right, Spirit, what are the best and highest messages for my tarot collective at this time? This deck makes me laugh because I know every word to this movie. And for those of you who are spooky people like myself, it's we're getting ready. We're amping up. I can already feel the change in the temperature. I am in Charleston, and it's been almost like a reprieve right now. Like we're feeling the essence of fall, and it's so refreshing. All right, so can I get one more, Spirit? One more. Wow. And they gave me 3. So we'll take those. All right, so bottom of the... You kidding? Bottom of the deck, we have death. So there's a really big cycle that is asking to be closed out because we have death here twice, and that doesn't always happen in readings. So there's a really Spirit is really getting your attention to close something out, close out habits, close out any sort of environments or anything that makes you feel depleted and doesn't give to you anymore. So in your focus area, we have the King of Potions and we have the 3 of Potions. So this is King of Cups and this is 3 of Cups. So this is an energy of moving from your heart space, but this is with assistance. So what's crossing you is asking for help. This, I'm really getting like a need for you to release the baggage and the burden of carrying it all. And the 3 of Cups in the traditional tarot deck is 3 women holding each other, and they're dancing and they're holding like cups together. They're celebrating. So this is also a really big energy of lighthearted fun. And this is going out with your friends, really feeling that elative joy and just taking a minute to relax and enjoy yourself, because I feel like you have been carrying a lot of burdens that you don't speak about to other people. And over time that starts to wear on you and people can tell. So in your subconscious, we have the 7 of Candles, which is the 7 of Wands in the traditional deck. So this is kind of releasing the defensiveness and releasing the need to put up walls. And in your crowning position, we have the Star. And we have the Ace of Candles in your previous past energy. So what I'm getting from this is that in order for you to get to where you want, you are going to have to release the walls and the burdens that you are carrying with you. And I think that really is the biggest lesson that you are learning right now, is the need to reach out for assistance and reach out for help in the areas that you aren't as proficient in. And I'm also hearing talking with trusted people like therapists, coaches, trusted friends, if you have trusted friends with you, because this is going to allow you to move that energy out of your field that you have been carrying, because this feels like years of stagnant energy that has just over time been causing you a lot of heaviness, and it's really calling to be released. And in your future energy, like where you're headed, you have the Knight of Presence. So this is really good. So this is the Knight of Pentacles in the traditional tarot deck. And this is the slowest moving knight in the deck, but this is the most sustainable. And this is also starting from a really firm and solid foundation. So a lot of you may be changing your environments, changing your foundations of what you have cultivated. And now you're moving into a more secure place in your life where you can make different decisions. And I also am hearing release the fear of the unknown, and release the fear of not knowing how things are going to play out. Because we actually have really great cards here. So, and the Star energy is really highlighting the way. So you remember in the in the movie where Zero is leading the way. He's leading the pack because he has this beautiful pumpkin nose and he's able to really shine a light into where it is that the whole team is going to be going. And I feel like that Zero is like spirit for you. It is really trusting that you can see in the dark and that spirit is going to help assist you to get you there. So where you are right now, we have the Seven of Presents in reversed. So the Seven of Pentacles, this in the upright, is somebody who is really working diligently on their craft, but it's almost like they're working so much to the point of burnout. And this is actually great kind of in reverse because it's indicating that you are wanting to do things in a different way. You're wanting to get more for your time, you're wanting to get more for your efforts, and you're releasing anything that really feels heavy or, stagnant in your field. So I'm going to get a little bit more of clarification on that. Yep. We have the Devil. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles upright. The Hanged Man. Okay. All right. So this is, I'm hearing releasing toxic attachments that have left you in a place of feeling stalled out and almost like you can't make a decision on whether to move forward or not. And with the Devil being here, this really is about being chained to a way of doing things or feeling like the fear is keeping you in a stagnant place for a false sense of security. And to me, this really does feel like kind of more work because we do have the Pentacles. This Pentacles is all about your 3D, or this could be about a home situation. But I'm really feeling like it's leaning towards career and work because I don't feel like you have made the decision or the actions to get out of whatever this is. I think that you have to get out in the mental frame, but I'm really feeling like this is really going to take a whole emotional and spiritual intervention for you to move out of this energy. And then here we have the Ten of Potions. So this is the Ten of Cups, and this is the ultimate fulfillment, like emotional fulfillment card here. And this is where you are going. This is what you want. You want to be fulfilled. You want to really feel like every day you have a piece of that love and that spark and that joy. This is very much about purpose. Where is your purpose really leading you? And I think that's why you're taking this time to, or Spirit is telling you to withdraw and focus more on your purpose, focus more on what makes you feel alive and uplifted, because we have this Sun here. This is your hopes and fears. So we have this Sun in reversed here. So I'm picking up that you are feeling like you are not going to be happy in the long run. Like this is a constant battle for you. But I am actually seeing that there's a really big shift in the way, like if you take this time for yourself, your cognitive process is going to shift and change, and so are your emotions. And Spirit is leading you that way. Spirit is leading you to what is going to help light you up and set a fire to your goals and aspirations. And it feels like things are really scattered right now. And then we have the Eight of Presents here, and we have the Knight of Candles, and then we have the Temperance in reverse here. Okay, so I'm really feeling like you guys are losing patience with somebody or something. I really do feel like this is like a workplace situation. This Knight of Candles. So this is the Knight of Wands in the traditional tarot. And the the nights, this is actually a fast moving night, but this can also be a night that is a little bit more like leaping before he thinks. This is a night that is impulsive, and I feel like you were losing patience with somebody or somebodies in your workspace because of these decisions that are not being thought out of for the whole team or just for, you know, everybody as a whole in general. And this really is feeding into your energy. So we're going to get a little bit of advice here, a little bit more in depth with what's really going on. Okay, so we have grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. And I'm not going to take all of these, but I will take this. We have fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. And let me get one more. I feel like you guys are using your discernment, and that takes a lot of patience and it takes a lot of practice. And I'm also getting big observer vibes for you guys. We have butterfly, a change for the better. Love that. Yep. So you guys are really thinking about making a big change that will help you transform and to be more seen in your authentic truth and your authentic light. And butterflies take, you know, they're not always butterflies, they're caterpillars. They take time to literally shed their entire body in the chrysalis phase. And when they are ready to emerge, they are this beautiful butterfly. And I really do feel like you guys are about to enter into a chrysalis phase. And it may feel scary to have to surrender to that level, but I really do think that this is going to be for your highest good, for you to move out into your most fulfilling abundance that you are now building such a strong foundation in. And with this foundation, it's also going to be filled with your emotional fulfillment. And what more can you ask for from that, you know? Flowers, and then we have happiness at the bottom of the deck. Beautiful energy. I love this. Okay, so we're gonna just get a few more cards for advice here. Spirit, what is the advice for my tarot collective at this time? What do they need to know? Comfort. We have create, and we have faith. Beautiful, and focus down at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I'm really feeling like you guys need to pick a lane. Pick a lane for you to be in. So is your current circumstances, if you look in, you know, 2-5 years, is this where you want to be in 2 or 5 years? And if you make a change now that is more suited for your ultimate soul's growth and expansion, can you imagine where you will be in 2 or 5 years? And it will come with a little bit of sacrifice. That's that Saturnian energy that we all are going through. But the sacrifice is going to come with so many gains. It's going to come with spiritual enlightenment, emotional fulfillment, and it's also going to allow you to create a strong, stable foundation where in the past, I feel like you were laying a foundation that was on rocky ground. And now you're able to build a new foundation where you're not being siphoned from every day, every week. You know, it's really where this can also fill into you as much as you fill into it. And that's exactly where Spirit is asking us to head. And it really does involve having faith, and having the faith that things will work out. And I do feel like you guys are really being asked to create from your heart space. If there's something that's been pulling on you that you feel like you can really make a big difference in people's lives, this is the time to do it. And we also have comfort. So take time for you. This is really a big, big message. And I know that, self-care can be taken in a light that is a little cliche, but it's not, self-care is so important, especially if you are, in the healing arts, if you are caretaking in any way. I'm a massage therapist, an esthetician, and I do Reiki. And I know when I am getting depleted, because I feel myself, you can just feel when things are a little off. So I will get a massage. I will go get Reiki done. I do all of the things that I do for others. I go receive that myself because I know how powerful and how strong it is. So, a lot of you are being asked to fill you as much as you fill others. And that will help you really. I feel like that's also going to help you to calm and to rest in your field, and also to have a more clear vision on what it is that you want. So, thank you guys for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's reading, and I will be back this week. But otherwise, blessed be. See you later. Bye.